to Ride with Alina, and welcome if you are new. My name is Alina Jandu. I am a certified spin instructor, group fitness instructor, and I just got my degree from Kinesiology. So today we're going to be doing a 25 minutes endurance versus intervals seated spin class. We're going to start off with our warm-up, head into some longer efforts, both sprinting and climbing, and then we're going to do some intervals, both sprinting and climbing, and then we're going to finish off with a cool down and a stretch. So in my workouts, I like to coach resistance on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being extremely light and 10 being extremely heavy. We're going to work within those ranges to find the proper resistance along with speed, or RPM. I'm going to be coaching speed using RPM, which will be displayed in the bottom right-hand corner. So RPM plus resistance is going to create our intensity today. This is going to be such a fun, challenging ride. Make sure you have a water bottle, perhaps a sweat towel, put on a smile, and let's press play. Alright team, let's take one shoulder roll to the back, step those shoulder blades back and down, brace the core and tilt from the hip, hands in front, rolling it out between 80 and 90 RPM, putting on a resistance that connects us to the bike. I like to call that a 3 out of 10. We are in control, getting ready for our first acceleration of 4. So throw in a tad more gear, 4 out of 10. Take those hands wide and start to speed it up, 100 to 110. That's it. So throughout the warm-up, we have 4 opportunities to accelerate above the beats and get the body warm. Keep it coming. Moving the feet fast, knees in line with toes. 4, 3, hold the gear, hands back in front. Slow it down, back to 80 to 90 RPM. Finding our pace, finding our breath, and then finding some gear. So for the second acceleration, we are going to hit the same tempo with perhaps a touch more resistance to get that heart rate up. So when you're ready, you can put on your racing resistance. A resistance that pushes you back, but you can pull back against. Once it's on, take those hands back wide. 3, 2, 1, let's go, 45. Elbows are in, chest is proud. That's it, it's gonna be a great one. I'm excited. Now team, keep it coming. This is that extra 15 seconds. Really driving the energy through the legs. We are awake. 4, 3, 2, edge off. Back to our 3 out of 10. Back to 80 to 90 RPM. In our next 2 seated accelerations, they are going to be 30 and then 45 again. This time around, I want us to take a heavier resistance. A 6 out of 10. Moderate to heavy. And we're going to find between 90 and 100. So a little bit slower, but a little bit heavier. Put that on right now. Get a feel for what it feels like. And pick it up. That's it. We warmed up for the sprints in the first 2. And now in these last 2, and these back 2, warming up for the climbs. Keeping the chest and chin up. So taking the oxygen throughout. Woo! 5, 4, 3, 2, slow. Edge off. Don't go too far. How about 4 out of 10? 80 to 90 RPM. One more 45-second acceleration until we jump into the ride. Working track number 1. That's going to be our endurance continuous sprint. So add your 6 out of 10 back on. Put it on. It slows the legs. Definitely not something we like to be racing on. We're gonna pick it up in 4, 3, 2, go. Pushing through the heels to get the glutes fired up. Smiles on. We're feeling warm. We are ready to go. So at the end of this track, we're gonna reduce a bit. Option is to grab some water. First, 15 more seconds. Starting the ride with the intention to put in the work, to get those results, and to enjoy it along the way. 3, 2, hold. All right, edge off, roll off the legs. Between 80 and 90. Let me tell you what's up first. Our continuous sprint, 1 effort. It's 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Race resistance, 4 to 5 out of 10. That gear, that pushes you back, but we can push back again. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Yeah, we can do that. RPM, 110 to 120 now. A true race. So let's put the gear on. A little heavier. Once you have it, once you feel it, throw it on, hands wide, hips forward. 3, 2, let's pick it up. Woo! So first 30 seconds, ensuring we have a proper gear, adjusting if needed. Pointing the toes down, slight shift in the hips forward. We're going to be here for quite a bit of time. That's it. Using the core to stay centered and avoid the side-to-side movements. That's it. I said it in the warm-up, knees in line with toes. So we have proper riding technique with proper efficiency. Now are your shoulders up to your ears. Drop them down. Yes, keep it up. What a way to start this workout. Ooh, when the beat drops, let's feel it in here. Now team, are you starting to slow? No, we're not. Push down, pull up. That's it. Try not to grip the handlebars too tight. A firm grip that supports the lower body. Let's change the hand position. Hands inside, arrow raise. Take it where you want it. How fast? How long? Right into the end of the song. Stick with me. Nothing like a pure endurance effort. Riding side by side, riding together. Hold. All right, team, I want you to add resistance and fall to 63 on the beat. Add it up, back to our 6, and then 7 out of 10. Shift the hips back in the saddle. We're moving into the climb. So right now, hands are in front. We are going to add an 8 out of 10 on into a 2 minutes and 35 second climb. Right here in the saddle. So now we're going up a mountain. On a base climb. Ready to turn it into a true heavy climb. Something we can hold for around 2 minutes. Put it on, hands wide, let's push. So like I said before, hips back, chest up. Push and pull, right and left. Equal distribution of weights throughout both feet. When we push through the heels, we engage the glutes just that little bit more. And I know you want to work the glutes. Music dips, we stick with it. Now team, it should already feel like a fight. Telling people around you, don't talk to me. I'm working out. I'm climbing a mountain. Now's not the time. Woo! Feel the energy. Be the energy. This is your time, our time. That's something I love about exercise. When you're really in the zone, when you're really doing something you enjoy, you can block out the entire world, and it just becomes you versus you, and I quite love that. Present and mindful during the workouts. Now, not every day is going to be like that. There are challenging days where your mind wants to wander, and that's completely normal. But with practice, you can develop the skill of being present, of being mindful on those days where your mind just can't. On those days, I like to do something different, something new, something that forces me to think about the task at hand. All right, pedal stroke by pedal stroke to the top of the mountain. Let's go. Quads, calves, hamstrings, glutes, entire lower body fired up to the end. Hold. All right, reduce almost all the way down to our base. Flush it out, 60 seconds for you. 80 to 90 RPM. Take air, take water. Woo! I am sweaty. We are moving in to the interval section. The interval half of the ride. We got two 45-second seated sprints. We are going to put on our race resistance, 5 out of 10. We're going to take our hands wide. And we are going to work for the full 45 times 2. So these ones are a lot shorter than the endurance efforts, which means we can bring a little bit more intensity from the start. Getting right onto that beat, start to pick up the pace a bit. Put your 4, put your 5. Race resistance is on. 4, 3, hips forward, go! Nice and quick. Nice and uncomfortable. Gotta love a nice positive happy song. Good vibes in the hardest times. And just like that. 15 more, bring it, bring it. Right until I count you down. 5, 4, 3, 2, edge off. Back to 80 to 90. Take what you need. I need some water. All right, team. How did that one feel? How did that effort feel? A lot shorter, a lot more doable, right? Well, we're gonna do it again. And this time, I want you to really go for that feeling of interval training. Putting on a really challenging resistance, something that you don't know if you can really hold for 45 seconds in that RPM range, 110 to 120. If it was already hard in that first effort, match it. Match it or 1 or 2 more RPM. All right, start to speed up the legs. Start to add your resistance back on. Interval 2 of 2 for sprints. It's on. We're ready. Let's go. Riding it out to the end of this song. All right, team, don't give up now. Final 15 on the clock. Final 15 in the sprints. That's gotta mean something. Work hard, work fast. 3, 2, hold. All right, take air, take water. We are starting our interval climbing track. So add resistance. Bring it back to that base climb. 66 RPM, gear, 7 out of 10. Our first effort is a 30-second seated climb with 2 gear changes. To an 8 and then to a 9. We start in around 5 seconds. So, hand on the resistance. Getting ready to put on a true climb. 8 out of 10. What we used last time. Add it on, hands wide. That's it. Falling right to the beat. 1, 2. 1, 2. Back, chest up. You know how it is. And as promised, gear change number 2. Reach down 9 out of 10. A gear that makes you want to slow, but that you can hold with a little bit of grit, with a little bit of hustle. For 4, 3, 2, take off the edge. Back to our base climb, 7 out of 10. Hands in front, recover. Now this is an active recovery, meaning we are still moving, we still feel the legs working. Absolutely amazing. Good news, 1 done. 3 to go. All right, team. So this time around, we are going to do a little 15-second build before the 30-second effort. The 30-second effort will be the exact same. 2 gear changes. 1 in the beginning, 1 halfway through. Take the hands wide, pick up the pace. 7 out of 10 gear, base climb. Get a little head start. We ready to add? 8 out of 10, heavy climb. 3, 2, slow. On that beat. Woo! 1, 2. Pre-fatigue the legs to make it a little bit more challenging. When you're ready, add your 9. Throw it on. Now gear changes only occur when we can put them on and keep the beats and keep proper form. So if you're already at your max, no worries. That's where I want you to be. 3, 2, 1, edge off. 7 out of 10. Hands back in front. Catch your breath. Wipe the sweat. 2 down. 2 to go. My favorite 2 are in the back half. All right, what's up next? Up ahead, a 30-second effort, no build. We are gonna get right into it, throw on an 8 out of 10, and accelerate above 66 for the entire 30. That's why it's my favorite kind of effort. Power effort. Resistance plus speed. Bring it up, maybe around 75 RPM, give or take. Throw on your 8. No gear changes after this. Add it up, hands wide, pick it up. So right out of the gate, it's faster and heavier than we want it to be. If it's not, readjust the resistance. Add more. Feel the difference between the continuous climb and these interval climbs. We got the best of both. Brace the core, push. 3, 2, 1. Edge off. Hands in front. Heart rate should be high. Give yourself a second to bring it back down. All right, team. This is our final effort of the class, starting with a 45-second acceleration on an 8 out of 10, just like we just did. This time, we're adding 15 seconds. Then we're gonna drop the resistance for 15 and just sprint right down the hill to a 6 out of 10, right to the end. All right, add your 8. We start right away. Go, 45 starts now. 45 starts now. No time to waste. No longer a pre-fatigue section, just a fatigue section. Woo! Keep it coming. We love this feeling of discomfort. And I love coaching you through it. This is my passion. Keep it coming, 15 seconds. Get to the top. Get to the top so we can sprint back down to the bottom. Think about 6 out of 10. Just above race resistance. Throw that on, pick it up. 110 to 120. It's only 15 seconds. You versus you. Don't leave wishing you gave more. 3, 2, slow, reduce, back down to base, 3 out of 10, hands in front. Absolutely amazing. We are gonna take some time to cool down. So just roll it out. Getting ready, 90 to 100. When you're ready, hands wide, and roll out the legs. Oh yes, we did it. Absolutely amazing, another one in the books. This is definitely one I'm going to be repeating a few times. It was a good workout. Great music. Great company. Thanks so much for choosing this ride as your workout. Alright. What's the purpose of a cool down? Lower the heart rate. Release the legs, flush them out. And reflect on the ride. What can you take from it? We're hardworking, we're resilient, slow. Push up, 3 shoulder rolls to the back. 2, and 1. Interlace your fingers, palms up to the sky. Drop the shoulders down. Grab onto one wrist, pull it to the opposite side. Up and over. And switch. Releasing the lats. The shoulders, back down, hands in front, actually hands wide. Reducing a bit more, and rolling out the legs until the end. At this point, we should be able to hold a conversation quite comfortably. That was absolutely amazing. It's 25 minutes. In and out. So much work done. And slow. Push up. We're going to do some neck stretches, ear to shoulder. Eyes up to the sky. And switch. After this stretch, unclip, uncage, and I'll meet you at the side of the bike for some off-bike stretches. Alright team, when you're ready, find your balance. Grab onto one foot or ankle for a quad stretch, bringing the knees together and pushing the hips forward. I like to do a few off-bike stretches before we're on our way to really get that heart rate right down and lengthen the muscles we worked. 3, 2, 1, and switch. Opposite leg, opposite hand. Just breathing through the stretches. They feel so good. All right, dig your heel into the floor, doesn't matter which one. Pull the hips back and tilt forward to stretch out the back of the leg, the hamstring muscle group. Hamstrings are 3 muscles. And let's switch. You would think they'd make it like a tri something, right? Like quadriceps, 4 muscles. So that's why they call it the quadriceps muscle group. But nope, the hamstrings are just hamstrings. The things I think about as a kinesiology graduate. All right, cross your ankle over the opposite knee, sink back. Stretching at the glutes, the hips. Making sure your hips are in line with your knee and your knee is in line with your ankle. Chest up, back flat. And let's switch. Moving into our final few stretches. All right, onto both feet, hip width apart, hands onto your handlebars, sink the weight back. Release your shoulder blades away from each other. And then up onto your tippy toes, push away from the bike, eyes up to the sky. Release the core and back down. Give me one deep breath in, reach up to the sky, and exhale, giving yourself a round of applause or a pat on the back. That was absolutely amazing, team. You crushed that ride. We did it together as a team. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and maybe share with a friend or family member. You may never know how it might impact them in a positive way. With all that being said, I really hope you enjoy the ride. Looking forward to filming the next one and riding it together, and I will see you in the next ride.